I am your host, Tom Downthorne, reporting to you live 196 days after the crisis. On our broadcast tonight, a recorded announcement from the Prime Minister's bunker. Cause for celebration? Action News reporter Barry Denton, the first to venture out and brave the storm. Supply shortages. Time to make a move. But first, an editorial note. We are aware that over the last few months, our audience members may have dwindled a bit. But that will not deter Channel 4 from bringing you, the viewer, the truth. Now, on to our first story. As you may well be aware, we don't like to leave the studio all that often. Although that could be put down to our work ethic, in truth, we don't like to leave the studio all that often because of the storm. That was until our very own Barry Denton volunteered to go and see for us. How are things going out there, Barry?
It's not looking great, Tom. With the recent attacks from the raiders from the north and all of the dust clouds coming in from the west, I don't think the Londoners are going to be having a good winter this year.
Would you say that the situation is improving?
I couldn't rightly say, Tom, but I wouldn't put your hopes up on it.
How are the residents holding up?
So we haven't seen anybody around, but we will be keeping our eyes peeled for any survivors.
And do you think you'll be able to make it back okay?
So I have absolutely no idea where I am.
Thanks, Barry. We'll check back in with Barry Denton later. But now to our next story. Reports are coming in from all over the studio that food supplies are running short. It is estimated that we have enough food for 3 people for a month. However, unfortunately, we exceed that number by 5. Some are saying that we may have to leave. But I will remind them that we have a very important job to do here at Channel 4 News. Discussions are taking place with the crew as to how to face this crisis. One member suggested that... Are those? Holy crap! I'm sorry, we're going to have to cut to commercials, folks.
Welcome to London. This is a city that has been steeped in history. It is now a technological powerhouse and an architectural beauty. This is a door to an unforgettable experience. London, a true marvel to behold.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I quite believe this myself yet, but in a spectacular turn of events, we have guests.
Guests?
Yes, guests! We're going to have to change the schedule a bit. We have real, live, breathing guests. Would you like anything to drink?
Water, please.
Well, the question on everybody's mind is, what's it like out there?
It's hell. dust and searing heat 24/7. Don't you know that?
Of course, I know that. But our viewers might not.
Your viewers?
Yes, we're a reputable TV company.
But the power's been off for months.
Yeah, but Channel 4 had generators put in years ago, long before the crisis. We never stop reporting.
Yeah, but if the power is out, it doesn't matter if you guys have a generator. Everyone else with a TV still doesn't have power.
What are your names?
Mel.
Reese.
Well, Mel, Reese, where do you call home?
Wherever we can, to be honest. It's never a great idea to hole up in one place for more than a few days.
Sounds rough.
It is.
Yeah, that's why we came here. We were hoping to find somewhere to settle down.
Okay, well, if you leave your CVs, I assure you we'll look at them most carefully and get back to you.
To be honest, I don't think we were planning on staying that long.
Well, understandable.
Yeah. Thanks again for the water, but we really must get going.
Well,
I mean, it's...
Before you go, I've got one more question. Do you think this will ever end?
I don't think it's the matter of if we're all going to die. It's when.
Thank you for coming in and giving us the real scoop.
Sure thing.
Do you remember the way you came in?
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first from boots on the ground. It looks like we're going to die out. Extinction. Let's check in with Barry Denton. How are things going out there, Barry?
Tom, it's not looking good. I am completely lost.
That's great, Barry. Have you found any residents yet?
We've seen some people at a distance, but they're not looking friendly at all.
I'm sure they're fine, Barry.
Tom, I'd really like to come back now. It's getting pretty...
Oh, Barry, he's such a joker. Now, the first message from the Prime Minister in 4 months. This is Barry Downthorne, signing off from a broadcast that I think you found spectacular. The Prime Minister.
People of Great Britain, I address you today not as the Prime Minister, but as a citizen. People of Great Britain, I address you today not as the Prime Minister, but as a citizen of this great country. Since the last time we spoke, a lot of things have changed, and not for the better, I fear. Unfortunately, a viral outbreak in the executive bunker broke out a few weeks ago. With the lack of medicine and resources to tackle the problem, our numbers have decreased steadily to such an extent that, well, I appear like... Telling you all that everything's going to be okay is just an insult to your intelligence, so I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to say is this: keep strong, keep indoors, and pray that this mess that we're all in eventually passes. Because if not,